and girls, how are you guys doing today? I am super duper excited. Guys, first of all, it's a release day Tuesday, and hanging out with us, I should say celebrating with us, is author KD Richards, boys and girls. It is her release day of Shielding Her Son. Y'all already know we're going to talk about this cover. We definitely going to talk about this title as well. First of all, KD, happy release day, my friend. I'm super duper excited for you as well. And you know how we have to do it here on the cafe. Introduce yourself to the people, my friend.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be with everyone. I'm KD Richards, and I write the West Investigation series. And it is about a private investigation firm run by four brothers, and lots of family, lots of adventure, lots of action, and of course, lots of romance. So all of the brothers get their happily ever after, and with strong, independent women. So it's a pleasure to write it and a pleasure to be here with you today.
I love it. I love it. Guys, thank you so much for joining us and helping her to celebrate her release day of Shielding Her Son. So, Katie, let's talk about this real quick. Okay. And I even shared with you that I love this cover, by the way. Can you tell us a little bit about this cover? And it also has, I mean, it looks like, it's a suspense, so what have you. So I like that element of it as well. But tell us a little bit about this cover. I mean, from the little cabin or the little house, like in the back. I mean, tell us about this cover. I like that.
Yeah, I love the cover. So if you read the first three books, you know that they took place in and around Manhattan, in cities. And so this one moves to a little mountain town, fictional mountain town. So a small town romance thriller. And so that's the cabin. It's next to Erica's house. Erica is the main female character. So it's a little cabin that she rents out next to her house, and James, who is her love interest, and James West. If you've read the West series, you've heard of James West and met him a little bit in some of the books. He is the main male character in this one, so he rents the cabin. And of course, they find themselves in a perilous situation and have to lean on each other to get out of it. But I love the cover, the curly hair, natural curly hair, African American woman on the front. So the cover is really wonderful, and Harlequin really works very hard to try to match up the covers as much as possible. It's tough in this COVID world where we don't always get to do the photo shoots we want, but yeah, they really outdid themselves with this one.
I love that. Well, boys and girls, if you guys are joining us, it is a release day, a celebration, boys and girls. Hey, Tiffany Jones of Tiff's a Happy Place. I know she is a super fan as well. We have Sharon Blunt hanging out with us as well. Thank you so much. Guys, if you are just joining us, I get the amazing opportunity to share a little bit of a release day with KD Richards on today, guys. Today is her day, guys. Shielding Her Son. It is live in color. It is available in print copy as well as ebook copy as well, guys. And we are super duper excited about it. And KD has taken the time to hang out with us and celebrate her release day. KD, they are giving you some love in the comment section. We got JB hanging out with us as well. We got Veronica Lockett hanging out with us as well. They're definitely sharing with you happy release day. And guys, of course, like, tag, and share. Tell a friend. Look, if they have a little time for lunch, come over, hang out with us, and celebrate release day for her. It's called Shielding Her Son. And so I wanted to ask you a little bit about that title, KD. Was that the original working title, or that title evolved over time? Because this is a series, and we're going to go back and talk about the series in just a little bit. But Shielding Her Son, was that the original working title, or how did this title come about?
No, that was sort of after I finished writing the book and in consultation with my editor to find something that works. And this book, I mean, she is very much protecting her son. I don't want to give too much away because I don't want to ruin it for anyone. But the catalyst for all the action and the drama is a mom protecting her son. So
I love that. I love that. And share with us, Katie, because again, guys, this book is a part of her. Is a part of a series, the West Investigation series, or what have you. But I want to ask, because this may be a person, they may see this and say, "Hey, I want to go ahead and start shielding her son." Can they read this as a standalone, or they kind of need to go back? What would you advise?
Absolutely. They can all be read as a standalone in any order whatsoever. So that each book focuses so far, each book has focused on a brother or a very close to a brother. The third one isn't actually a West brother, but he is works for the West investigation firm, and he is like a brother to the brothers. And so each one kind of focuses on one of the males involved in the securities and investigation firms and their love life.
Look, Katie, for those who are wondering what we're talking about this West Investigation series, can you tell us a little bit about this West Investigation series and how it came about? And then please do us the honors of sharing the titles of the other books, and then we'll lead up to shielding her son.
So the West Investigations firm, they do security and private investigations, high-end security and private investigations for for people. And so the firm was started by their father, but the boys have now taken over. Their father's retired, and various and sundry situations occur, and through solving these crimes or security incidents, they meet their love interest and fall in love. So the first one in the series is Pursuit of the Truth. I love this. You may or may not know that it has been nominated or is a finalist for the Daphne du Maurier Excellence in Mystery and Thrillers, Mystery and Suspense.
Awesome. Congratulations.
I'm very excited. The ceremony is tomorrow, so we'll find out if it's the winner.
Yes.
The second book in the series is Missing at Christmas. I love this. Is also one of my favorite. I love all the covers, but so I would say every time this is one of my favorite covers. But I love this cover. It's the only one actually so far I have with both the male and the female lead. So, Missing at Christmas is number 2. Number 3 is Christmas Data Breach, another Christmas themed one. So Christmas in all of them, it's in the 2 Christmas ones are kind of the background of these 2 Christmas themes. So this is the one that is about Gideon. I love Gideon, even though he's not a West brother. It's almost better because he can stand back a little bit and go, "Oh my God, these guys are crazy," right? And he's not part of the family, but he's part of the family. And then there's finally Shielding Her Son, which is James West. James is the oldest West brother, and he has recently been honorably discharged from the military with an injury, not a major injury, but for he was a sniper, so for him, injury enough that he decided he didn't want to take a desk job, and so now he is working for his family firm and figuring out, what his life is going to be.
Yes. Hey guys, if you are just joining us, of course they're giving it some cover love, some cover appreciation as well, and they're asking, yes, this is book 4 in this particular series, Boys and Girls, and we're getting ready to get into talking a little bit about Shielding Her Son, because guys, it is release day, and what do we do on release day? We celebrate. And so for Shielding Her Son, let's talk about these characters. And guys, I love the fact that you'll see when you get your copy of the book, or if you have the book already, I like how she kind of give us the cast of characters, and she kind of tell us a little bit about these characters. So we're going to talk about these characters a little bit as well. And so, of course, we want to start with Erica Powell, or Erica Overholt, whichever, what have you. So tell us a little bit about her. How would you describe her? And KD, if you can do it in 3 words, that's great. But if you need to add a little more, that's fine too.
I would say I can really maybe do it in 2 words.
Oh,
I think of Erica, I think of her as a mama bear, right? She's not playing around. Everything that she has done, pretty much since she had a child, has been to protect that child. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. All right, let's go down to who's next, guys. Of course, yes, guys. And now she mentioned James West a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's talk about James West. What can you tell us about him?
I love James. I've been excited to write James's story since I thought of this.
That's so
Investigation
exciting.
series. Yeah. He's the older brother who is kind of a little bit separate from the investigations firm. You know, he didn't initially go into the family business. He went into the military, so he kind of separated himself. He does his own thing. Has his own mind. He's a little different than the other two West brothers, Brian and Sean. If you've read the two other books in the series, so he's interesting. He's a unique character. So I love him. Still strong, still alpha male, but very
Yes. And they like the same thing. They are loving how you kind of outline the cast of the characters as well. Boys and girls, we have Kelly hanging out with us as well. Hey, Kelly,
yeah.
thank you so much, all of you guys, for hanging out with us on today, guys. If you're just joining, it is release day, and we are super duper excited because KD is hanging out with us, guys, on her release day to just talk a little bit about shielding her son. So tell everybody, tell your friends to come on over to the cafe, celebrate using their lunch break, and help Katie celebrate shielding her son. And so we're talking about the characters a little bit, KD. So, okay, we talked about Erica and James. Okay, of course, we got to talk about her son, Marcus. What do you want to share with us about Marcus's character?
Marcus is precocious and intelligent and creative, and he's just a great kid. And I think people will really like him and connect with him and enjoy his wisdom.
Yes. And thank you so much, Kelly. Yes, she did, Katie. She posted about this on today
Thank you so much.
as well. So, guys, they are super excited. Like, we're super excited about release day as well. And we are helping Katie to celebrate shielding her son. And so, when you think about all of the characters in Shielding Her Son, and we know that some, you have characters in the other 3 books as well. But when you think about this particular book, okay, we're going to start here. So, and I know some of the other characters kind of already exist because, it's a series or what have you. But for this book, what came first? Before you sat down and put your little fingers together and all the suspense and all that stuff started going on in your head, what came first? This plot or the characters that would be in this story of shielding her son?
They overlapped a little bit, but the characters really came first. I think if you read it, you'll understand why I say overlapped a little bit, because I think only these characters could have this story. I don't think you can. Anybody is just anybody is not going to find themselves in this situation. But but the characters definitely came first. And
I love that. Now, with these particular characters, because again, I know that you probably have them in your head, and these are you kind of making notes and all this stuff. I guess in the sequence of the story, did you know like they would fall into book 4 or not yet? That came later after you started the series of where James' story and Erica's story would fall in.
No, I knew this was going to be 4. I knew the first 4 were pretty easy in that respect, because I knew, I started writing. They kind of one precipitated the other. I started writing Pursuit of the Truth. I knew that was going to be about Ryan, and I actually didn't know he had brothers at all when I sat down to write it. And then Sean popped up, and he's like, "Look at me!" And
I'm here. I'm a part of the family. Okay.
if you read the second book, you totally understand that. That is Sean. He's like, nobody is gonna miss me. so, so I was like, okay, I gotta write about Sean. And then I was writing Sean's book, and Gideon's in it, and he's like, I love these guys, but also I'm very glad that I'm an only child.
Me too. I love that you listen to your characters, and that leads me to ask you this particular question. Even with this series, are you more of a plotter, like you plot it all out? And then with this series, like, have you kind of, do you have a story map where you kind of have, all the characters, you have the town, you have all this stuff worked out, so you know how to flow when it's time to write their stories? How do you put all that together?
I am a outliner. I am a extreme outliner. So it's all laid out. It doesn't mean things don't change, but it's all laid out how I think it's going to happen, and then the characters do what they want to do to some extent. So things do change. But I'm definitely an outliner. But I was gonna, something came to mind and then slipped out of it, about the outlining. But characters, I think what I was gonna say is characters do jump in right, that you didn't know existed before. So
I guess that's the fun of it, right?
right.
And that's why I said I definitely like the fact that you listen to your characters. Like Tiffany said, yeah, that we can just feel the joy of you talking about this book and your characters, as well, because these characters to people in the book world, I mean, they're real to us. They're like, these are real people we talking about here.
They are. But I'll say I'll outline, and then the character's like, no, we're not. That's not what I did. That's not what I'm doing. That's not how it went. Let me tell you what happened. And so
I love that.
It does change.
Speaking of these amazing characters, okay, going back to shielding her son, which one was the most fun to write or interesting to write? And then which one at moments, and it may not be anyone that gave you like pause, where you kind of had to like take a moment and think about it or reflect, or if you had to describe the characters in that way?
Erica gave me the hardest time, but that makes sense because she's been spending a lifetime kind of hiding things. So I think of it as she didn't even want to tell me what, her secrets. So I had to kind of figure her out.
Okay.
So she gave me the hardest time. James, I knew a little better because I knew his brothers. I knew like what they thought about him and that kind of thing. So I kind of had a picture of who he was. That was through a lot of different lenses. And then Marcus was a lot of fun to write. He's a kid, and you can be a little bit more whimsical and fun and childlike. You need to be childlike.
Yes. And Jennifer said that she loved books that have kids in there. Guys, if you are joining us, we are hanging out with KB Richards, guys. It is release day. So we are having what they call a celebrate. Okay. This is a book release celebrate for KD Richards, Boys and Girls. Her latest release, Shielding Her Son, is a part of the West Investigation series as well. And so we are super duper excited to be able to hang out with her and talk about this amazing book. Of course, you guys know she is going to read us a snippet enough to wet our whistle. But before we get into that, you have a couple of questions. Let's see. Jennifer Copeland wanted to know, what gave you the idea to write this particular series, the West Investigation series?
Yeah. So I actually didn't contemplate it as a series right from the beginning. Ryan and Nadia, the first couple in the first book, I knew them inside and out, and I had kind of been thinking about them for a while. And I was like, I'm just going to sit down and write this story because in my head it's going to bother me until I get out. so I wrote their story, and then, like I said, Sean was like, "Hey, if he gets a book, I'll get a book." Like little brother. He's the little brother. So you're not going to do it on me. So I was like, okay, well, Sean has a book, so I wrote that one, and I actually I had almost finished that one before Harlequin bought Pursuit of the Truth, and when they bought it, they said, "Well, you also have this other character, Sean, and he's very, even for them, right? He was like, he's very out there. He's very outgoing. Can you write?"
Yeah.
So I was like, "Well, actually, I almost finished his book because he wouldn't let me write a book about Ryan without writing about him." So
Right.
that's how I got started. And then Gideon, I kind of fell in love with him, like strong, silent, tortured. I was like, I gotta fix him because he deserves happiness. And he's so unhappy. So
I love that. And voila, there you have it, boys and
yeah,
girls.
that was three right
Our
there.
4 books in. And then we'll take another question from Veronica. She wanted to know, with this book, was there a part that was very fun for you to write? What part was like the most fun for you to write?
I mean, all of it is fun for me. All of the action scenes are the most fun for me. I
Oh,
love, like, let's jump out of the car and jump off. I am not a person who's gonna jump out of a car myself, but maybe that's why I like it.
right.
Because, that's something I would never do. So imagining it and it's just fun to write and imagine.
That is so cool. Thank you so much for sharing that with us as well. And boys and girls, I know y'all ready. I know y'all waiting for her to share a little snippet of shielding her as son. Katie, are you ready to share with us just a little snippet to help us to celebrate and to hear a little bit about shielding her son?
I'm ready. All right, here we go. Just a little farther, Erica Powell encouraged, shooting a glance over her shoulder. Daisy Hargrove, the town librarian, and the closest thing Erica had to a best friend, followed several paces behind. Ugh, you said that half a mile ago. My legs are ready to give out. Daisy rubbed her back through her designer fleece, emphasizing her point. Erica ignored her friend's complaints. Daisy had been all for adding hiking to their regular exercise routine when Erica suggested it in April. But as summer gave way to autumn and then a new year, her enthusiasm for the great outdoors had waned. In fairness, they'd never walked this far or this long before, but a restlessness had settled over Erica several days ago that she hadn't been able to shake. She'd hoped a nice long hike might help settle her nerves, but it hadn't worked. Marching ahead anyway, she traversed the packed dirt path that cut through the 27-acre plot of land she purchased 2 years earlier. I thought you wanted to lose 10 pounds before spring, Erica reminded her friend. I do, Daisy huffed, but I didn't plan to lose them all in one day. She stopped, hunching over with her hands on her knees. Erica did a 180, marching in place so her heart rate wouldn't slow and she could see her friend. Daisy's alabaster skin was flush pink, and a bead of sweat trickled from under the wool cap she wore despite the frosty January air. She and Daisy put truth to the saying, opposites attract, in almost every way. Daisy was 29, petite, with a blonde bob and eyes as blue as a cloudless sky. A stark contrast to Erica's 5'10", slim, muscled frame and brown skin. And those were just the physical differences. Daisy was gregarious and outgoing, but preferred to fill her downtime indoors reading, a sought-after characteristic in a town librarian. Erica would much rather spend what little free time she had, after caring for her 10-year-old son Marcus, and converting the large farmhouse they lived in into a bed and breakfast, exploring out among nature. Come on, the bluff is just up ahead, and the view is so worth it. This is one place that's definitely going to be on the list of tours I offer my guests. Erica couldn't stop a tiny thrill of excitement coursing through her when she thought about the B&B, her B&B. Years of scrimping and saving first to purchase the 7-bedroom, 4-bathroom farmhouse just east of downtown Sterling Lake were finally going to pay off. Daisy started walking again. I haven't seen Sam's guys working in the house lately. How are renovations going? Erica felt her lips twist into a frown. Daisy's brow rose. Uh-oh, that face. What happened?
Oh my goodness, boys and girls. There you have it. Shielding Her Son. It is available today, guys, live and in color, ebook, print copy, whatever suits your fancy. Katie, happy release day. I can't say that enough. We're so excited for you. And again, and thank you for hanging out with us as well. They are enjoying it. Of course, like I said, they are giving you some love in the comment section as well. And of course, my friend, you know we have to play around of this or that. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, Katie. Okay, first up, are you a morning person or night owl, my friend?
Oh, honey, honestly, neither. I'm a bear in the morning before I have at least my 1 cup of coffee, and at night, I'm kind of done with this day.
So look, I guess kind of like in the middle of the day, you know, just the middle of the day, the middle of the road. Okay, I love that. I love that. Okay, so share a little bit about your habits. Are you more of an ebook person or podcast?
Ebook.
Ebook.
Ebook,
Okay,
definitely.
I love that.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
the word. I'm the written word.
I love that. Okay, when you're thinking about things, is the glass half full or glass half empty?
Ooh, I think I'm more the glass half empty.
Okay, okay,
I'm prepare for the worst and be happy when it doesn't happen, kind of gal. So
okay. Okay, this is that. Are you more of a beach person or you headed to the mountains?
beach,
Okay, I love that. I love that. Big city or small town?
big city.
Okay, okay. I love that. Now, I want you to tell us, guys, I love this or that, but y'all know with this or that, and I think you answered it a little bit. We have to know here at the cafe. Are you team coffee or are you team tea, my friend?
I'm team T.
Team.
Yeah.
Look, I was telling the boys and girls that I think I need to start keeping tally so I can see like the authors where we fall, and so at the end of the year we can say, okay, who reigns supreme? Was it team tea or was it team coffee? Oh my goodness, I love that. I love that. Boys and girls, it's just been so fun hanging out with Katie. Of course, guys, in helping us to celebrate shielding her son, boys and girls, she has a giveaway. Katie, can you share with them what the giveaway is going to be, my friend?
I am giving away a copy of Pursuit of the Truth.
Yes. And if I'm not mistaken, that is the first book in the series. Yes. So, guys, if you hadn't started the series, she's going to start you off with Pursuit of the Truth. And Katie, the way that we do it here is I'm going to go up and down the comment section, and boys and girls, when she tells me to stop, that will be the person who is the winner of that amazing book in the series. Okay, I am ready when you are.
Okay. Stop.
Okay, let's see. Jennifer Copeland. Jennifer, you are the winner. She said half full. Jennifer, you are the winner of this book as well. I know Jennifer may be a fan. Jennifer, if you have it, let us know. If you have this book already, let us know as well. And of course, I will send me your information via inbox me, and I will make sure that Katie gets that information as well. Also, if you have it, let us know that too as well. Yes, she will swap out if you have it. So thank you guys so much for joining us. This is so exciting. And again, Katie, happy release day. And of course, you have to tell us, how can they get their hands on a copy of Shielding Her Son? And then I want you to backtrack of how they can actually get any of the books in this series as well.
Shielding Her Son should be at any of your booksellers today. So go out, grab it. And if it's not there, ask them to stock it, please.
Yes.
Right.
And I love that. And of course, like she said, it's available where books are sold, guys. So wherever you get your books, at your indie bookstore, at some of your indie bookstores, of course, you got, Walmart, you have Amazon, you have Barnes and Nobles, all these places, guys. Yes, you can go get you a copy of it. And the exciting part about it, whatever suits your fancy, if you like books on your e-reader, it is available in ebook as well. And of course, in print copy, you can get a copy of Shielding Her Son. It is out on today. So guys, like, tag, and share. Tell a friend that Shielding Her Son is available today. And as Katie shared with us, that if you are just jumping in, you'll be okay. She'll kind of pull in some of the other characters as well. And of course, you can go back to book 1 as well, but you will not be lost if you start with Shielding Her Son as well. So the next thing that I want you to do, KD, is you have to tell us, my friend, how can we stay connected with you?
I am most active on Instagram. Love Instagram. So reach me at KD Richards Author on Instagram. I'm also KD Richards author on Facebook. So like my Facebook page. And you can subscribe to my newsletter to get first notices on releases, lots of fun giveaways. And that is kdrichardsbooks.com. Check that out and subscribe to the newsletter.
I love that. I love that. And guys, we'll make sure that we include in the chat section her email address so you guys can follow her there and sign up for her newsletter as well. Of course, follow her on social media. Like she said, she's very active on Instagram. So definitely follow her there. She's here on Facebook too. Tell a friend about KD as well. And guys, when you get your copy, if you don't already have it, take a picture, tag Katie in the picture as well. She would love to see you guys sharing her book, Shielding Her Son. What a way to help her to celebrate our release day on today by doing that too. And of course, guys, once you read it, definitely leave a review. I know that KD would be so appreciative of you guys leaving a review and telling everybody about this particular book as well. And so, KD, look, the time goes by so fast. I had an amazing time hanging out with you and celebrating with you on the day. But I want to allow you to have the last words. What do you want to share with the people?
Well, I just want to thank everyone for supporting me, reading the books. I noticed that several of the people here have been at many of our chats and follow me. And so thank you so much to everyone for supporting the books and reading the books and leaving reviews and telling your friends and asking your library to purchase. All of that helps me sell books, and it helps other authors as well. So thank you very much.
I love that. Guys, there you have it. Shielding Her Son. It is available on today. We had a special lunchtime edition of the Cafe today to help Katie celebrate. I'm super excited about that, guys. That is our show on today. Again, I want to thank you guys in advance for sending me stars. If you're wondering how to send stars, if you look down in the comment section, there's this nice little box with a little bow on it. Feel free to send me stars. Angela's Literary Cafe is so appreciative of that as well, for you guys showing me that you appreciate the content that I share with you guys as well. KD, I hope that you have an amazing release day. And before we go, how do you usually celebrate release day? Usually share that with us. What do you do to help celebrate the release of a new book?
Well, release day is usually very busy. So the day is filled with chats and keeping up on Instagram and that sort of thing. But in the afternoons, I like to go up for a nice dinner or get a nice dessert, cupcake or something too.
Yay, cupcakes! Well, I love that. Well, I hope that you have an amazing rest of your release day. And thank you for hanging out here with us on the cafe and celebrating the release of your new release. Shielding Her Son. Guys, go out and get you a copy of that as well. We'll be so appreciative of that. That's our show, boys and girls. And as I always say, have an amazing day, because we're having an amazing day. And until next time, boys and girls, we'll see you later. Bye.